What's up, guys? It's me, Do Not Obey, and let's get into another video. Now we're diving back into the Navigator who crossed the ice walls. I will be reading, as you know, the beginning and the end of each chapter, and I will be using my notes in the middle due to copyright, okay? So let's get in to chapter 2, the Custodians. After such a phrase from the captain, we finalized details and agreed on a departure date. It would be November 14th. His mysterious partner, Fent, as he introduced himself, would also join the team. My boat will be ready even a month before. Those were the days of much anxiety and little sleep. A lot of reading and meetings with the team about the trip we were planning. We fantasized about the most incredible adventures, but reality was about to surpass any possible fiction of imagination. All right, now we're going to pick up there and let's get into these notes. On November 12th, 2 days before they were about to leave, Fent shows up with a mysterious man that is all dressed in black. The man that was dressed in black, that was very mysterious, also had an accent. Now, Fent and the mysterious man said that they needed to talk to Morris urgently. Fent had a briefcase with him, and inside the briefcase was documents and ancient manuscript. Fent also begins to recite a part of the ancient manuscript, which I'm going to read out of this book because it doesn't know justice if I do not, okay? Now, this is Fent reading one of the pieces out of this ancient manuscript that he bought in the briefcase. Now, it says, "Then by demand, I subscribe in a major importance, hereby the desire of our lords, that the doors of knowledge be closed to those who refuse to be part of our glorious path and liberties granted." The text went on for several more lines, and then at the end, the so-called poem Regis was recited. Now, after Fent did finish, Morris asked him, was this like some type of initiation? Fent says yes. He also told Morris that he did not pass the initiation. Almost couldn't get it. Morris demanded a better explanation, which I would as well. Like, what does this have to do with the trip? Fent says the manuscript belongs to the Custodians, aka the sun gods. Fent explains they found out about the trip through Butler. Fent also said that they were not happy and they demanded that no one would leave the lands or our lands, hence being trapped. Morris once again asked, who are these custodians? Fent basically kept going around in circles and around, never getting to the point. Morris definitely gets upset and he kicks Fent and his mysterious friend out of his house. Morris decided that he was still going to continue with his journey. And right after that, he goes looking for Butler, and Butler is literally missing for weeks. Then on November 14th, remember, we're going from the 12th. Well, it says for weeks in here. So I think this was back in October if you go from chapter 1. So now we're on November 14th. Butler arrives at Morris's house. Butler says that he hid for security and that he knew that Fent had actually betrayed them, not Captain Butler. Captain Butler knew that Fent had told the Custodians. Butler says that he was protecting the map, the only map that can guide them out of our lands. Butler ordered that they had to leave now, literally now, on November 14th, if they had any chance of going to the outer worlds. Morris asked Butler if he knew who the Custodians are. And now I'm going to read the end of chapter 2. And this is after, Morris asked Butler. So, I asked him if he knew the Custodians, and he told me that there were a lot that he had to tell. The story is not the one where we're told William, the creators of the pyramid, and other race, as they also call them, the Custodians, have no interest in us crossing the South Pole. He told me that they found out about our travel plan via Flint, who had betrayed him, and that the trip had to be made today or we would never be able to make it. He also commented that we would have plenty of time later on for him to give me more details. All once we all were on the sea sailing. I hurried to gather the whole team. Once we were all together, we left the port of Charleston. We had a few stops before reaching the frozen areas of the South. So that is the end of chapter 2. Hope you guys understood it. Okay, we'll be getting into chapter 3 obviously next. I'm gonna try to drop these out every Saturday. Okay, and like I always say, do not obey, stay woke. Peace.